There are certain things that, when brought home, help make your living space more harmonious, giving the blocked flow of wealth a chance to circulate again. But among so many choices, not everyone knows which items truly carry good meaning and belong in the family's living space. In the ancient book known as the Yellow Emperor's Dwelling Classic, a house is compared to a living body. Its shape is the body, the land is the flesh, the plants are the hair, and the flowing water is the bloodstream. For the bloodstream to nourish the whole body, it must keep flowing. Wherever it gets blocked, that place often runs into stagnation. A house works the same way. When energy can enter, spread out, and move steadily, the areas inside stay in balance. That is why, besides the direction of the house, the front door, or how the furniture is arranged, the objects you bring into your home should never be chosen carelessly. Every object carries its own meaning and its own energy field. When you bring one into your home, you are adding a new source of energy to your living space. Choose the right object, and it can support an area that lacks vital energy. Choose the wrong one, and it becomes nothing more than a decoration. But choosing the right object is only the first step. You also need to know where to place it, which way it should face, and which spots to avoid, because even one small detail can completely change its original meaning. In today's video, I will share with you 5 special items that, when brought into your home, will open the way for luck and wealth, and help you find the right spots so they can fully express the good meaning they carry. All right, let's get started. Number 1. Paintings that carry the meaning of wealth. In any home, the living room wall is the first thing that catches people's eyes, yet many families leave it completely bare. Meanwhile, a painting with a good meaning on that wall can help the flow of wealth energy in your home move smoothly again. There are many paintings that carry the meaning of wealth, but from what I have learned, the most popular of all is the peony painting. In feudal times, the peony could only be grown in the emperor's royal gardens. Common people who grew it were committing a crime, so the flower became a symbol of nobility. People even gave it 2 other names: the flower of riches and honor, and 100 tails of gold. The beauty of this painting lies in the flower itself. When a peony blooms fully, its petals are thick and large, and from a distance it looks just like the open palm of the Buddha, which often carries the meaning of attracting wealth. The peony painting is also believed to attract benefactors, meaning it draws good people to your home. If you are in business, you may meet someone who guides you and shows you the way. And in difficult times, when you feel there is no one to count on, a friend or acquaintance may suddenly offer to help. And when you have benefactors, money flows into your home more steadily. Because business connections and money-making opportunities often succeed thanks to someone giving you a tip or building a bridge for you. When choosing a painting, pick one with flowers in full bloom, thick petals, and large blossoms. Buds that are still closed do not fully express the meaning of riches and honor. As for the number of blossoms, I have noticed most people prefer 8, because the number 8 is tied to prosperity and fortune. Besides peonies, you can also hang paintings of peacocks. The peacock is considered an embodiment of the phoenix, the king of all birds, so this painting symbolizes rank, power, and abundance. I have seen many families choose a peacock standing beside a cluster of peonies because those 2 images together bring both riches and nobility. As for landscape paintings of mountains and water, their meaning lies in the very words Feng Shui, which literally mean wind and water. Mountains govern people, and water governs wealth, so a painting with both carries the meaning of healthy people and abundant riches. This kind of painting has one rule: the water must flow toward the inside of the house, not out toward the door. Water symbolizes money, so water flowing in means money coming in, while water flowing out means money slipping away. The best place to hang a painting is the living room, right in the center of the wall, at eye level for someone standing. And avoid hanging it directly facing the front door, because that way, the wealth energy that has just entered gets blocked and pushed right back out. There are also paintings you should avoid. Paintings of fierce animals like tigers and leopards, or of swords and weapons, carry the energy of conflict and can make people in the house short-tempered with one another. Skip dark, gloomy paintings and desolate, ruined scenes as well. Those carry yin energy, and when yin energy dominates the living room, yang energy gives way, so the energy in the house settles in one spot and can no longer circulate. Number 2. The 5 Emperor Coins. The 5 Emperor coins are 5 ancient coins strung together with a red thread, an object that comes up very often when people talk about money slowly draining out of the home. The coins come from the 5 emperors of the most prosperous era of the Qing dynasty: Shunzhi, Kangxi, Yongzheng, Qianlong, and Jiaqing. The ancients believed coins minted during peaceful, prosperous reigns stored very strong yang energy, so a string of them carries the flourishing energy of an entire era. On top of that, ancient coins are round outside with a square hole in the middle, matching the ancient belief that heaven is round and the earth is square. 5 coins correspond to the 5 elements of metal, wood, water, fire, and earth, while the 5 colors of the thread correspond to the 5 directions: east, west, south, north, and the center. This string of coins is believed to fix the leaks that let money drain out of your home. For example, if your front door looks straight at the back door or a room door, energy comes in and rushes right out without settling. Or if your front door faces a road running straight toward the house, it is the same story. Hanging the 5 Emperor coins there is exactly how you seal that leak. The most common spot is right behind your front door, where the coins block negative energy from outside while keeping good fortune inside. If you have a safe or a drawer where you keep money, place a string inside it to activate wealth energy right where the money is kept. And if you run a business, place one at your store, at the checkout counter, or on your desk. There are 2 ways to string the coins, each suiting a different placement. Stringing them in a straight vertical line, in the exact order of Shunzhi, Kangxi, Yongzheng, Qianlong, and Jiaqing, is called the straight line style, meaning time flowing on without end, so wealth flows into your home more smoothly. This style suits a hallway or the entrance to widen your path of fortune. Arranging the 5 coins in a circle, with the Shunzhi coin at the top, is different. In Feng Shui, the circle corresponds to the vast sky, so this arrangement means a circulating space, with wealth falling down from heaven. Also, choose coins from the correct era, because nowadays, many newly minted coins are faked to look old. New coins cannot carry the energy of those ancient dynasties, so hanging them up makes them nothing more than decoration. Number 3. The Lucky Cat. The lucky cat is a ceramic cat raising one front paw with a golden bell around its neck. Many people assume it comes from China, but it is actually from Japan, and its original name is Maneki Neko. Its story is tied to the Gotokuji Temple in Tokyo. Legend has it that a feudal lord passing by saw a cat at the gate raising its paw, beckoning him inside. The moment he stepped in, a storm broke out, and lightning struck the very spot where he had been standing. Having escaped danger thanks to the cat, he later donated money to restore the temple, and the statue of the beckoning cat was born. Over time, 2 types appeared, one raising the left paw and one raising the right, each with its own meaning. The cat raising its left paw calls in customers. It suits those of you running a shop or business because it waves customers in and keeps the store lively. The cat raising its right paw calls in money, suitable for the home, inviting money and opportunities to your family. The type raising both paws usually does both jobs, calling in customers and money at the same time. Each color also carries a different meaning. White is the most common, representing purity and good luck. Red corresponds to love, helping family bonds grow stronger. Gold corresponds to money and wealth. And blue corresponds to career success, suitable for your workplace if you hope for a promotion. Some cats hold a gem in front of their belly, and each gem color suits a different direction. A green gem should face north for good health. A yellow gem should face west for career success and money. And a pink gem should face southeast for love and harmony in the family. However, there are a few spots to avoid. One is the balcony, if that area is messy, overgrown, or piled with old belongings, because such places gather stale, unclean energy. The cat's job is to beckon, and placed in a spot full of unclean energy, it ends up beckoning that very energy into your home. Also, do not place the cat near the bathroom or in damp areas, and do not let dust build up on it. An item covered in dust loses its dignified look and can no longer hold its meaning of attracting wealth. Number 4. The quartz crystal ball. The quartz crystal ball is crafted from natural quartz, formed deep underground over a very long time, then cut, ground, and polished into a round shape. It comes in many colors, such as clear white, milky white, yellow, purple, pink, blue, or black. Each color has its own meaning, but the most special thing about this object is its full, round shape. In Eastern belief, the circle symbolizes heaven, completeness, reunion, and fulfillment. The ball has no sharp corners, no beginning or end, so its shape evokes continuous, smooth movement with little obstruction. That is why, when placed in your home, the ball becomes a symbol that gathers vital energy, creates stability, and calms the disturbed flows of energy in your living space. This is also why many believe bringing one home marks the beginning of a smoother chapter. Every home has a few corners that get little light, see little foot traffic, or are hidden behind furniture. Some belongings sit there month after month without being touched. When a corner is too dark or piled with old things, the energy that flows into it settles there and stops moving. If you place a light-colored quartz ball there, it creates a bright, round focal point, making the whole corner feel less cold and dull. But first, clear out unnecessary items, wipe away the dust, and add more light if possible. If you leave the corner dark and messy and simply set the ball down, it stays exactly the same. For your living space to have vital energy, that area must first be clean, airy, and orderly. When your home becomes brighter, your mind feels more at ease. And a settled mind works and thinks more clearly, noticing opportunities you might have missed before. So where should you place the quartz crystal ball? The living room is a great fit. It is where you welcome guests, chat with loved ones, and share daily life as a family. In Feng Shui, the living room is also seen as the place that receives the flow of energy and distributes it to the other areas of the house. You can place the ball on a side table, a low cabinet, a display shelf, or in the seating area. Just choose a spot that is clean, sturdy, and well lit. In the living room, the full, round shape of the ball symbolizes family harmony, connected relationships, and things carried through from beginning to end. Do not place the ball at the edge of a table, on a shelf that is too high, or along a busy walkway, because a stone ball can easily fall, damaging belongings or causing injury. Do not hide it in a closed cabinet or behind large objects either, because a symbol of fulfillment should be placed where it can be present every day. Your desk is another good spot. There, the ball carries the meaning of focus, calmness, and completeness. Its round shape with no sharp edges reminds you to look at a problem from many angles, not to rush, and not to focus only on short-term gains. If your work involves calculating, managing, planning, or making decisions, place a small ball in front of you, slightly to the left or right of your desk. As for color, you can match the room or follow the principle of the 5 elements. If your element is metal, you suit white, gray, light yellow, or earthy brown, because white and gray belong to metal, while yellow and brown belong to earth, and earth gives birth to metal. If your element is wood, you suit green, blue, or black, because green belongs to wood, while black and blue belong to water, and water nourishes wood. If your element is water, you suit black, blue, white, and gray, because metal gives birth to water. If your element is fire, you suit red, pink, purple, or green, because wood feeds fire. And if your element is earth, you suit yellow, earthy brown, red, pink, and purple, because fire creates earth. When the ball matches your element, the stone's element works in harmony with yours instead of clashing. The energy in your home then flows in tune with your element, your work runs into fewer setbacks halfway through, and the things you have been waiting on slowly start getting answers. One more note, when you first bring the ball home, just wipe off the dust and display it. There is no need to soak it in salt water or perform any elaborate ritual, and do not leave it under harsh sunlight too long, because colored quartz fades very easily. When buying, look inside the ball. Real quartz usually has veins and cloudy patches, some parts clear and some hazy, the marks of its formation deep in the earth. For high-value balls, choose a reputable store and ask clearly about the stone's origin. Number 5. The statues of the three gods of fortune, prosperity, and longevity. The three gods of fortune, prosperity, and longevity represent three great wishes of human life: a happy family, a life of plenty, and lasting health. This image comes from East Asian folk belief and is often displayed in the home as a blessing for a complete and fulfilling life. The god of fortune represents blessings, harmony among children and grandchildren, and a warm family. He is usually portrayed with a kind face, sometimes holding a small child. When you place his statue in your home, it carries the wish that your family will always be filled with laughter and that your loved ones will care for and support one another. The god of prosperity represents career, success, status, and abundance. He usually wears the robes of a royal official and holds a jade scepter or another symbol of nobility. If you run a business or hope your work will grow, see his statue as a reminder to work hard, protect your reputation, and seize opportunities, because only then can wealth last. The god of longevity usually has a high forehead and holds a staff and a peach of immortality, symbolizing health and long life. He reminds you that no matter how rich you become, nothing is more precious than a healthy body and a family living long years together. When the three stand together, the set carries a fairly complete meaning. Blessings without prosperity may still leave life lacking. Prosperity without longevity makes it hard to enjoy the fruits of your labor for long, and money with a family in conflict cannot yet be called true fulfillment. As for placement, display the set in the living room, the family room, the study, or on a clean, sturdy shelf. These are dignified spots, usually where vital energy, meaning fresh, clean energy, circulates regularly. Keep all three standing side by side, neat and upright, facing the living space of the house. Do not separate them into different spots, because the meaning of the set lies in the completeness of all three: fortune, prosperity, and longevity. Avoid placing the statues directly on the floor, under the staircase, in the bathroom, near the trash can, or in damp, cluttered areas. These spots lack dignity and can leave the statues dusty, faded, or damaged. The bedroom is not ideal either, especially if the set is large or looks solemn and ceremonial. The bedroom is a private space, and displaying statues of gods there is considered disrespectful, just like placing them in the kitchen or near the bathroom. You also do not need to burn incense or hold any elaborate ceremony when bringing the statues home. What matters is keeping the set clean, placing it neatly in a dignified spot while cherishing your family, doing business with sincerity, and actively caring for your health. When you do those things, fortune keeps being nurtured, prosperity can stay for the long run, and longevity becomes more and more lasting as well. Those are the Feng Shui items that, when brought into your home, will help your family welcome more luck, peace, and wealth. However, for those good sources of energy to last, you should still keep your living space clean and harmonious and maintain a positive lifestyle every day. Thank you for taking the time to watch. If there is anything you are still unsure about, or if you would like to hear me share more about another Feng Shui topic, please leave a comment below. Who knows? It might just become the content of an upcoming video. I wish you and your family good health, peace, and many wonderful things in life. See you in the next video.